You already saw one of the agriculture channels, water channels that we got all around the area. Well, there are actually two rivers that they're coming from the Andes that they go down to San Pedro de Atacama, the San Pedro River and the Vilama River. In the Vilama River, we're not going to see any water in town, and in the San Pedro River, just certain times during the year, we'll see some water running through that river. Why? Because both of those rivers, they're canalized into irrigation channels to get water for all of the agriculture fields around the area. Now, probably you already saw it, but right in front of you, right there, you will see it to the left. Once we get to the highway, we got, well, lots of volcanoes in the area. The most important one here in San Pedro de Atacama is the Licancabur volcano. That volcano, that pointy, that cone-shaped volcano that we can see right in front of us, a little bit to the right. Well, that volcano, the name Licancabur, that stands for People's Mountain. Lican, once again, as Licanantay, stands for people, and Kabur stands, or Kaur, stands for mountain. Which language? Remember, yesterday we were talking about the Kunsa language. Now, the Licancabur, right now, geopolitically talking, it's interesting because that volcano, half of the volcano is in Chile, and the other half it's in Bolivia. Actually, here we're just 45 kilometers away from the border with Bolivia. The volcano beside him, it's the Uriques, his brother. Now, the Licancabur, it's a non-active volcano. It's not considered dormant. It's not active. And actually, Chile at the moment is the country with most volcanic activity in the world. We got, well, more than 100 active volcanoes. Almost every single year, there's a volcanic eruption here in Chile. Almost every year. Those volcanic eruptions are mostly pyroclastic eruptions. That means that mostly in all of them there are no lava coming out, but a lot of ashes, a lot of smoke. And here, well, a lot of people ask me, but do you have many problems in Chile because of the volcanic activity? Well, in some cases, but honestly, not much. Why? Because, well, as I just explained to you, pyroclastic eruptions, ashes and smoke, and here in this particular area of the continent, the wind mostly blows from west to east. So every time that we got volcanic activity, the ashes and the steam and the smoke, goes to the other side of the mountains. So the problems, unfortunately for them, are going to be mainly in Argentina and in some cases even in Brazil. All right. Now, later we will see an active volcano. We will wait to get a little bit closer to it so you can see it properly. The Lascar volcano. Well, the Licancabur volcano, the volcano there, the pointy, the cone-shaped volcano, besides being geopolitically important, it's a ceremonial place. Well, a lot of the Andean cultures, all of the Andean cultures actually, they saw the volcanoes as, well, not gods in some cases, but in some places, like really important sacred areas and sacred places. The Licancabur volcano is one of those high ceremonial places. The altitude of Licancabur is 5,916, 20 meters, around that. It's not a 6,000, it's close to it, but it isn't. And in the top of that volcano, there are a lot of ceremonial places, pircas, how we call them. And between Licancabur and Juriques, there is actually an old Inca settlement. Not a village, not a place where the people used to live, but a settlement that they use in the way up to the volcano. Yep. Well, you got Licancabur to the right of it, from our perspective. So that means to the south. You can see Juriques, the one that is missing the head. And there's kind of a clear area over there with no volcanoes. That's where the international road that connects San Pedro with Argentina is located. If we take that road, we will reach the Jama path that leads us to Argentina. And behind Juriques, we will find the border with Bolivia. This road where we are driving right now, it's also an international road, and it's also connected us with Argentina. In this case, through another path. This is not going to be Jama. This one is called Sico, and it would lead us to well, the biggest city over there is going to be Salta. The Jama path that goes through here, it will connect us first with Jujuy and later with Salta. Now, in that highway, we can see a lot of trucks going to Argentina, going to Brazil, and going to Paraguay. Why? Well, there's a lot of imports coming from the Pacific area, mostly from Japan or China, some ports in China. And for them, for the people, for a lot of people in Brazil, in Argentina, and in Paraguay, it's way easier to get their products through Chilean ports, basically Iquique. So the chips, they get in Iquique, they get it in the trucks, and then those trucks, they go by earth to these countries. Why they don't go directly to Argentina or Brazil, even though that they got ports? But those ports are in the other side of the continent, in the Atlantic Ocean. So that means that the ships will have to go all the way to Cape Horn, and then they will have to go to the ports in Argentina. It's way cheaper, easier, and faster just to ship their things here in Chile, in the Pacific, and then go by land to these countries. The same thing with Paraguay. Paraguay is a Mediterranean country. That means that it doesn't have an exit to the sea, just like Bolivia. The difference is that Bolivia had an exit to the sea, and Chile literally stole it from them. Paraguay never had it. Paraguay was born as a Mediterranean Sea. But actually, before the conquest, when all of the countries here in South America were born as a republic, Paraguay was the leading country. It was the most advanced and the most economic country, most powerful country in South America. Why? Because they were in charge of the interior side of the Plata River. So everything that had to go to the interior side of America, or South America, went through Paraguay. Paraguay was basically destroyed in a war that is called the Tri-Alliance, that it was Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil against Paraguay. After that war that took place about 100 years ago, Paraguay unfortunately was never able to recover itself, and right now it's one of the poorest countries in South America.